Yeah, that's from the east. Oh, West Dana, sorry, yeah. From the west, you see Castle Ray. I'm gonna cut that third up. Okay, so let's begin. So hello guys, and welcome to another session Dungeons and Dragons with the NerdHerd. So we're currently on our Curse of Strahd campaign. So it's our third campaign. Hopefully we can finish this by next week. And yeah, so we'll begin our session by introducing the players. So let's start from my right. So let's start with Abby. Can you introduce your character and say something about your character?
Hi, my character's name. I'm Annie. My character's name is a Dragonborn Paladin. That is currently teleported to this realm called Barovia. Currently, being friends with new people they just met, and together they're trying to uncover some secrets and hopefully find their way back home.
So from Ali, let's move to RB, the professor.
Hi everyone, good day. So I am RV and my character here is Professor Helion Kaustia. I'm a bard, no? And I'm air genasi. So let's have fun today.
Yeah, so thanks RB. Let's move to Silvus, played by GN.
Hello, I'm a wood elf swarm keeper who keeps butterflies underneath his cloak, and I was hired by the professor to accompany him to Barovia.
Okay, so yeah, so next after Silvus is let's move to Maki, played by Stacy, the only girl among the
Hi,
group. And
only girl
the
in the
best.
group. Hi, my name is Stacy, and my character's name is Maki Zenin from the character JJK. And currently, I am out to get revenge from my father.
So she's out for revenge. Next is Ozzy, the played by Hakan.
Hello, I am Hakan. I'm playing the player character Ozzy Orkborn. I'm a lower bard and I'm having fun.
Yeah, he's happy. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I always forget to introduce myself. So I am Drew. So anyway, yeah, we have another player. His name is EJ Tanuki. Will be catching up later because he is still on duty. So yeah, we are. Most of us are doctors and as well as the allied profession. So we play D&D to distress and not turn insane. So anyway, so let's begin with our game. So where we left off last game. So last game, the everything started with Professor Helion having a vision from his what seems to be his artifact, which is an obsidian skull. So the skull is apparently a head of a demon that wants him to accompany him to the end of this journey. So he was asked to eat either the heart or the brain, and he chose the brain because he was hungry for knowledge. Moving out of scene, so we go back to the other group who just killed off the Otyug down the well, and somehow with the divine power of Samuel, he was able to purify the water of Barovia. Somehow bring some hope to the denizens of Barovia. So as they climbed up, they escorted Ireena back to the manor where they spent the night. Oh yeah, before that, they encountered Lady Martha, who was selling the pastries. She was coaching a child from a Barovian household, which the mother was willing to give up. The party apprehended her, and then, yeah, she became spiteful. So that night, she decided to unleash a couple of undead villagers from the close-up houses in Barovia. Somehow, the party was able to vanquish these undead creatures. And yeah, so they spent the night in the mansion of Ireena Kolyana. So I would like everyone who didn't eat a pastry to please roll a D100 for me.
I
We're
the
about-
last time I rolled the 69.
Kaya, higher ko to.
As
You rolled
for,
Yeah, higher.
did someone take notes sa rolls?
Pero you ate the pastry, man. Did you eat again?
Huh?
You didn't eat again. How about Ozzy? Did you eat again?
After I saw what happened to the professor, I didn't eat one.
You didn't eat
So
the pastry?
for Ozzy, it was 37. For Maki, it's 80.
80. Okay, so Ozzy didn't eat a pastry that night.
Yeah. Now that I have eaten a pastry, do I feel compelled to eat?
Yeah, so before the night ends, you need to roll a Constitution save. You and
Okay.
Professor L need to
Okay.
roll a Constitution save, not a
For Ozzy, not 20.
not 20,
Yeah. First roll of the night.
not 21. So you both rolled a natural 20 on your saves. So you didn't
It's
feel
gonna be a
any-
good session.
Let's wrap up, guys. So you didn't suffer any repercussions from eating pastry, but a big but. So that night, so as the professor goes to bed that night, he was accosted by a dream. So professor, you are currently treading a winding road. Around you are beaches. This reminds you of your childhood. You are with your grandmother, right? She's in front of you, so you are currently following your grandmother in a forest of beaches. It's the shadow of grandmama in front of you. Seems like seconds, minutes, hours you've been walking, unstopping, unending. Around you, all the trees. It's starting to get denser, get packed. The tree starts to grow. It seems like the tree starts to get taller as you go forward. It seems like there's no room. Not enough room to leave or escape this road. You just keep on trudging on that path in front of your grandma. So it feels like you're stuck. You are stuck in an eternal longing to reach the end of this road. Then the voice in front of you suddenly speaks. Your grandmama. She tells you, Julian, how long will you remain ignorant? Are you ignorant of what's given to you? Love just already served, my dear. It's served in a silver platter. Yet you're still trapped in your own mind. And suddenly, your grandma shifts to a demon's head, and screams out to you, open your mind from that darkness in front. You suddenly see a bright light. Then from a distance, you see a tower. Seems to be a mage tower. Then you wake up. So that's for Helen. Now let's move to Ozzy. So Ozzy, I presume before going to bed you were busy scribbling on your notes. You're making, probably you were writing about, what were you writing about?
You know, I get inspiration from our battles. I get inspiration from just about anything for my play. Interactions between people, the scene, and I got a lot of material today.
Did you think of Martha?
Yeah, I included her, the sweet little granny that turned into the flying creature.
That night, as you finished writing on your journal, you find yourself in a cavern. In front of you, you are holding your lyre. Currently, you're playing music. In front of you is a familiar red-skinned woman. So you are enjoying your company with Hella. You're both drinking wine. What seemed to be rich, expensive Barovian wine? Barovian? Hella smiles at you as she sips from her cup. She smiles and drinks again. So one cup after another. So knowing that it's Hella, so it's normal. She drinks a lot. After the sixth or seventh cup, you notice wine slipping from her lips. But what seemed to be wine is actually blood. Hella chokes out, gasping for breath. Then she starts vomiting. She vomits blood everywhere. She looks at you weakly and says, I'm a lost cause, Ozzy. Leave me and save yourself. Hella suddenly passes out on the ground with a thud. The same sound that was made as your head hit the head of the bed while you were tossing and turning. Wake up. As you wake up, it's a brand new day. And I presume Samuel is already beside you, already awake, probably doing his morning exercises.
I like how you awaken from a bad nightmare. Yeah, just like that. I wake up. I look around, a little confused, but I process a little what happened, and I realized it was just a dream, and try to collect my thoughts and my composure.
What are you doing? You're just exercising.
Stretching, exercising, but I'll try to be outside. And mag-sing ako mga swords.
Okay. And then I presume the professor is with Silvos. Silvos is already awake. What are you doing right now, Silvos? The professor is still tossing and turning in his bed.
I'm watching over him as he tosses and turns. And I try to wake him up. Wake him up. Ako siyang gaano.
The professor wakes up.
Is there breakfast?
Make a perception check. Morning, that's the first thing that you think.
Yeah, I'm still hungry. 16.
With a 16, yeah, you smell breakfast downstairs.
Do you want breakfast? I seem to be hungry for peaches. We have some peaches downstairs.
I'm fine. I don't want any breakfast. I'm good.
I get dressed so that I can go down. I think I had the biggest headache also.
Okay, so for the rest of the party, for Maki, Samuel, and Silvos, you didn't have any nightmares this but you just slept without a dream. It was a dreamless sleep. So Matthew wakes up, and probably as what did you do when you woke up, Matthew?
I woke up, stretched my body, and immediately went for a shower.
Okay. So as Maki goes out, you and Professor see each other. Um, yeah, I think Professor was planning to go to the downstairs.
I seem to be hungry for peaches. You want some peaches? I don't know. It just keeps on going to my mind. I don't understand. Do you want some peaches, miss? Oh, sorry. Madam. Sorry.
I find Professor a bit weird. I just raise my eyebrows at him and say, "Peaches sounds nice. Where are you planning to get peaches?"
I think I'll ask the burgomaster. Oh, no, he's not here. I forgot. Silvus, can you just look for peaches? Oh, wait, he's upstairs.
You're still in the hallway.
Yeah, but I'm too lazy to go to him.
And that is the
So
question.
while the professor is talking, I quietly slipped away to go down.
He's the
Nitakas! Nitakas siya.
So in his mind, right?
My mind is so adult. I don't know why.
Okay, so as Maki goes downstairs, are you going down for your bath? You
I'm
see
going down.
Tanuki. Tanuki was like, he said that Ireena already prepared breakfast for us, as well as, and then she and the burgomaster, as well as Alec, the little boy that you rescued the other day, went out.
I asked Tanuki, when were we planning to head out again?
Today.
Today? Like later this day? Because are we going later in the day? Because it would have been better to go out as early as now.
Yeah, I think I'm already set. You can see Tanuki already. He already polished his weapons, and he already has his stuff with him. So he was like, right after breakfast, I'm ready to go. I don't. Yeah.
All right. Let me just get my breakfast then, while we wait for the others.
Can I make my way to Samuel?
So you go towards Samuel. Yeah, you're still in the same room. You're in the same room.
No, I'm outside
You
doing
went
my sword practice.
Okay. So as you go downstairs, you see Samuel outside, in the side yard, beside the wood chopping block where you chopped the other day. He's already doing his. Can you make the appropriate roll for your exercise? Just so we know what Ozzy is seeing.
10 flat.
10 flat.
Wala,
Plus,
no other.
Ikaw, ano man, are you trying to perform or are you trying
Strength.
strength?
Yeah.
So plus
15.
with a 15, okay. You see Samuel doing his usual workout.
Very serious with
He's very serious and quiet.
with my technique. You see me outside, but
Aye.
my team's already outside. You see me performing some side thrust, forward thrust. My posture is very disciplined looking. It's like my skills are already honed, but I'm still honing them. So that's what you see outside.
Do you notice me approaching? I mean, I'm not being stealthy.
I think no, I would be
Ano na lang, what's your passive perception?
11.
Yeah, I think
Making my own.
by the,
Peripheral.
probably in 10 feet away you see him approaching you.
I say, good morning, Samuel. Did you have a good night's sleep?
I wiped some sweat. Then morning, Outfie. I did have a good sleep. I assume that you also had one.
Yeah, never been better.
I look
I
at
just
him
was-
like Do I correct and metagaming, but do I see that he said what he says is true that he had a good speak? I don't know, I'm going to trust him on that.
No, you can roll insight check against deception check for Ozzy.
I will it's 7.
Deception
Okay.
check.
I will. For deception, it's what is deception?
It's his thing.
Uh,
Charisma.
yeah, it's a 16.
Yeah,
I believe
he doesn't feel any signs of
I want to say that you remember back in the well, when you were cleansing the water. It was the first time I prayed, and it was something new. I never really prayed before because I never really believed in any deity, any god, because gods are always so vengeful. I never really saw eye to eye with them. There is a god of death, a god of war, god of sun, and they always sound so angry. Whatever happened to the god of tits and wine? I would pray to him or her, whoever she is. What I wanted to say is that I'm sorry about what happened before with Martha. Maybe I should have trusted your instinct. When it comes to that, I'm not really good taking action and being reliable. It's just that when do you know when it's enough? That you've done enough. I mean, we've just arrived at this town and we've been solving their problems left and right without rest. And I just felt that sometimes it's not our place to step in between things, because we also have things to do here. I assume I have something to do, and I believe you have something to do. And if we stop and help everyone along the way, we might lose the point of why we came here. We might lose our goal. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just being a cynic. But helping that kid really made me happy. And helping the town also made me happy. So I'm still torn on what we should do. But it's nice to know that there's someone in this group who's firm and has a strong conviction. So what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry, and next time I will trust your judgment. Maybe if we attacked Martha at the street, then we might have subdued her, and we would have avoided all that bloodshed last night.
Samuel listens to this intently, and after you're finished giving your thoughts, he inhales deeply, closes his eyes, and then says to you, I appreciate your point of view, and I understand where you're coming from, and it's right. We do have our personal things that we should follow, personal things that is on our task, on our priorities. However, in my background, I'm a soldier, you see. It's been our training to help individuals in the city that we serve. Whenever we see in need and we are available, it's just right for us to help our others. And sometimes it's a case-to-case basis, actually. What happened yesterday when I saw that child being sold to, being sold by the mother. I actually not being sold, but being bartered for that drink, for that simple as a pastry. It really seemed unnatural. And sometimes when it involves children being sacrificed, if we turn a blind eye, especially to children, if they are being the one being compromised, and we just allow that. For me, it feels I don't want to live in this world anymore. It feels like if the unjust goes to children, on that level, the world is already broken, and it feels like preventing stuff like that at least turn the tide against darkness around us and to give us a little more hope and strength to move on. So that was just me being, and I don't. We have different moralities. We were born different at different circumstances. I don't judge people if they would rather prioritize their own interests, especially good interest also, personal interest, and not worry about everything around them. That's just how the world is, and that's just how I work. That's how you work, and sometimes it's okay.
At that moment, two drops fall from the sky. You feel that the Dawn Father shed two tears on each of you, and you gain one advantage for that conversation. So I think at this point all their party is already at the dining area and planning to eat breakfast. Tanuki's already eating his breakfast. Are you guys going in the house to eat?
And I'm trying to talk with everyone how we will go about the day. Our plan to set out as early as today because that's what we have agreed last night, I think.
Okay, so you can spend this time to decide on what to do next.
So we lay out a map and of Barovia. I think we have at least a map, right?
Yeah, so as you said that, Tanuki opens the map of Barovia. So starting from the village of Barovia going towards the bridge is 3 hours travel.
Asan na yung kwa? Asan ang Vistani camp?
Beside the Tser pool.
Oh, okay, unstable at the connection.
Beside the Tser pool.
Umabot na siya within the day.
Daily.
3
Or 2 days.
Umabot siya within the day.
Kapag tag-night time.
Probably 12 hours from now. It depends on how fast you travel. Because if you're planning to be stealthy or it might affect the travel time.
Kung dalan, kung sa kaning agion yung agion din agianan. Confusing kayo, sorry. Ano siya, medyo dugay siya.
PM, what time is it right now?
Still around probably
4,
7
5, 6, 7, 8.
7. We will arrive at the Vistani camp at night time. Almost dinner time. So
16 hours. 16 hours. 16 hours from the village of Barovia to the Vistani camp if we pass through the forest.
So we would arrive around midnight.
I think it's not safe to travel at night, so we will have to stop at dusk somewhere and set up camp.
Yeah,
Well, it
I guess
depends.
that's the best.
Do we try to get to the village as fast as possible, then we just be flexible what happens along the road?
What do you think?
We're no use to anyone dead. I think being careful would be better.
I'm fine with the fastest road.
If Ilbus is fine, then I'm fine.
What's the consensus again?
It would be best if we travel carefully because we're not going to anyone dead.
If we will be traveling slowly, try to be careful. We will have to spend one night along the road. Is it okay with everyone?
As far as you know, is if you're around the forest, it's more dangerous. But you can travel fast in areas na dili kayo dense.
Do we have a person to guide us?
Ireena never went out of town, as far as you remember.
So I think that would be a struggle traveling. So we'll just go ahead.
We just go on with whatever.
What will be our guide in our travel? We will go along less for trees.
You can try to do shortcut if you want, but you're not going to go through the Svalich road.
Bridge.
Through the bridge,
The one that will follow the.
you can go here.
Travel along river.
Oh,
Can try.
but you're going to go against the road.
So for a group consensus, for a faster travel, we'll have to go alongside the riverbank. But that's relatively how do you say this? There's a risk it's going to be a danger because it's not the main road. It's there might be more monsters in there or more animals, big animals. However, in the main road, it has less population of monsters or animals, but that takes longer. Um,
Are we in a hurry?
it's a lose-lose situation.
Are we in a hurry?
Not really.
Being
I
out in
think-
the open, if we
Just
set up
that-
camp,
Yeah, that's right. But it's just that for everyone else, is it okay for everyone to set up camp or to as much as possible get to the village at night?
I think the risk is the same because if we set up camp, we'll be sitting ducks,
Yes.
and that there's always that risk too.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vote for being slow and setting up camp rather than be fast and tire ourselves getting to that area and might meet danger along the way.
That makes much more sense, Samuel.
I will trust your judgment on this.
So Irina, what's your thoughts in the research?
Irena's not here. Irena's not here, as well as Ismark. She just prepared breakfast, and yeah, she left. She went out. Presumably, I guess she's gonna be in the middle of town.
Did she meet someone in our group before she went out?
Tanuki,
Uh,
he said, Tanuki said Irena's gonna be out, and she said that you're going to meet her near the well.
so do we finish our breakfast and go after Irina?
Okay.
So we just
Agree.
in after our eating area and then we proceed to Irina with our things.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow this conversation to happen like before 7. So at around 7 a.m., you start moving out. So as everybody moves out of the house and move towards the village, you see Martha.
Joking.
I'm kidding. No, you don't see Martha. As you move
Bastard.
out, not again. Yeah, you start moving out and move towards the middle of the village where you know that the well is there. As you approach that area, you notice that there is a lot of people. And everybody's expecting you.
Hurricane.
And then as you move towards the group of people, everybody starts to clap their hands. And in the middle, you see Ireena and Ismark. They're welcoming the party. And Ismark is like, our heroes finally awake and ready to leave our town.
What's this, Ismar? Is this your
Yes, we would like to thank you for all the services that you've done for our town. And we've prepared a little something for each of you. He signals for Father Donovich to come forward. Father Donovich brings the satchel, a small sack of what they wanted to give to the group. So each of you kindly approach one by one as I present the town medals
Wow.
to each of you. So to our very esteemed bard, Ozzy, come closer to my dear friend as you approach Ismark. He hangs a medal a gold medal around your neck, which is worth around 50 gold pieces if you're planning to sell it. It is a medal of a wolf. This signifies the crest of our Barovia, and I had this made by our blacksmith uh, to thank each and every one of you. I'm sorry, but I can't give you money. I had the gold melted and made into medals instead, so that you could sell it if you want, you could keep it if you want, and then one by one, you were gihang medals each of you as everybody cheered and clapped um, as they for in honor of the town hero.
I
You
pat
see,
them
I
on the shoulder and say, "You're looking more like a leader now than I first saw you."
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you see, Ismark
My butterflies fly over you.
and what does it do?
They sprinkle dust, butterfly dust.
Pixie dust.
Butterfly dust of butterflies. I'm not sure, but for flair, I think your butterfly is magic. So it sprinkles dust at it, and Ismark is like, thank you so much for coming, everyone. Thank you for saving my town. And Irina is like, are we leaving now?
Yeah, we'll be leaving now.
Is Maki doing anything?
Anything. She's just waiting
Well,
for the party.
He's just saying that.
Waiting like this because she's uncomfortable with the large crowd.
when I was given the medal, I say to Ismark that he didn't have to present us with gifts, but but as a sign of gratitude of these people, I can, in my good conscience, to refuse such tokens of appreciation. Then I face the crowd and tell them, citizens of Barovia, I say loudly to them, very confident and bravely smile. We thank you for your hospitality in your beautiful town. You have such good experiences here, and we gained a lot of friends along the way. And I don't think we help you a lot, that much, but we hope that in our presence, we at least alleviated some of your worries and your pain and your sorrow. And if you're feeling down, just look up to the east every morning and feel the warmth and the light of the dawn, Father, for He will guide you and give you hope, so that each day you will live with strength and just have faith that tomorrow you don't have to be a religious person. Just continue to strive and be a better person, not just for you but for everyone else. And then our group has hope that we'll go back. Ismark will be a good burgomaster, and sometimes it takes cooperation for both the leader and its members to have a very good community. And I hope, and we hope that when we come back here, we will be seeing a more lively community. That's all.
So at that moment, when you said to look at the east, dark clouds suddenly started to loom. The sky starts to dim and darken. The people from clapping starts to look. Everyone looks up. From the west, you see Castle Ravenloft, and you start seeing thunder clouds starting to approach, the village. The people starts to a strong winds suddenly blows from the sky, and people start to run and move back to their houses as a huge thunderbolt strikes the ground. I like everybody to roll a D100 for me. Kindly roll a D100.
We die.
80.
79.
31. Low, low.
54.
31.
59.
Ozzy and Hakan dies.
48.
Ozzy and Hakan. Ozzy and Maki dies.
48.
48. Okay, I'll roll my D100. And we'll see. Ilan si Hakan again?
31 ko, 34 si Maki.
Ilan ka? 85. 85.
79.
Okay. I rolled a 50. Silvus, kindly roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. D20, right?
No, dexterity, D20 and then add your dexterity. You see, Silvus was apparently standing near the well. And then lightning suddenly strikes the well. Silvus takes 16 damage.
Good.
And then Ismark is like, apparently this is God. He's planning to hurt us. You need to run. Ireena, run. He asks you to leave the place.
Wait, mag-notes ako. My life was 29.
Yeah, you take 16 damage. You see Silvus fall down from the ground
Oh no.
as he was struck by lightning.
Does he fall into the well?
No, he doesn't fall to the well.
I just take damage.
Do I roll for it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't roll. It doesn't fall into the well. He just takes.
Kung di mo 148, no.
I run to Silvus and help him up and say, "Come on, friend. This is no place to die." And I cast healing word on him, healing him for 5 points.
Yay! Thank you!
Okay, as Ozzy helps you up from the ground, you feel a surge of healing with you. So you gain 5 additional HP.
Yeah.
So, plus 5.
He already has 1. Okay, as you do that, the professor, I think, feels competitive. Gives
What am I supposed to give you? But kind of like, the bar.
the professor
Why does he always
you
have to so usurp me?
gives you a potion of healing in case you need
Oh,
it.
thank you, Professor.
I mean, since we need to leave, we might anger Strahd.
Yeah, I think it's our signal to start to move away.
I will have him in the name of Corellion.
As there horses or a carriage or through by foot?
No, Ireena started running out towards outside town. So the exit from here is going down. Going here. Down.
Yeah.
So from this is the well area. Ireena started running with you guys. I hope you're following. Tanuki is following her.
Yeah, we're
And she was like,
Yeah, as soon as
brother, son, brother. And yeah, she started running out of town. As you see, continuous thunderbolts strike the ground of Barovia around the well.
Seems this is the most opportune moment for me.
opportunity.
Most opportune moment. Always wondered what's your Castle Strahd. If it's really that powerful. They think you can affect the weather. I should take note of this.
So heavy rain starts to pour as you leave the area. So you're going to start traveling, right?
Yeah.
May I know the travel order?
I think I will, along the way, I will suggest whoever knows more in traversing difficult landscapes. I think that would be the move part.
Or Silvus?
Both of them will.
I only know the forest.
Yeah, we are.
So since you are more adept in traversing different landscapes, I suggest they be in front.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
I will be next to provide any.
Ireena goes beside you.
Okay, so that would be so Silvius or Tanuki, then me and Ireena, then
Me and Maki will take the rear na lang.
So you alone. I think you're alone. Like, abay-abay man, I think it's for 7 people, right? Yeah, so the order is Silvus and Tanuki, Irina and Samuel, the professor, and then Maki and Ozzy at the back. May I know the manner of traveling? Are we going to travel fast?
Have we caught up to Irina or
The rain very hard.
Yeah, I think we're going to be very slow.
The rain seems, yeah,
Strong?
it's quite strong.
So we will try as much as possible. Slow siya.
But at this point, I think about the first hour, Irina was in a hurry. She wanted to leave the place because it feels like she feels like you are the cause. Well, the party is the cause. Well, why there's thunder.
Ako sang gihide akong
When-
butterflies kaya mabasa ilang wings.
Okay, we catch up with Eureka. I'll try to pull her and tell her that Tanuki and Cindy should be in front.
Okay. At this point, since Silvus and Tanuki is the first people in front, Silvus roll to survival for Tanuki survival is 5.
Can I inspire?
Yeah.
Can I inspire Silvus as he's trying to lead us?
Yeah, Silvus rolled a natural 20.
Wow naman!
Akong gismell ang ground.
In the rain.
Akong gismell ang ground.
Smell the ground. Okay.
So like na-mud akong face. I took the risk para sa group. Akong gismell ang ground. And then, hinay-hinay ko naglakaw. Then mo lang, ginasmell ako ang ground.
Yeah, I think at this point, since wala ko man to sa forest proper, Silvus is smelling the nearest area towards the forest.
Dakuan, kanang leaves sa forest. Sa mga leaves sa pine trees.
Okay, so I think that's the reason. Probably Silvus is familiar with the type of trees. That's by the river. So as you move forward, you were able to save an hour of travel. So at around 2 hours of travel, you were able to reach a bridge. And it's still raining till now. Yeah, so nakasave mo 1 hour because of the nat 20.
Even though it's rain.
So I think at this point, even in the dense rain, the butterflies was able to help you.
Wow!
Because the butterflies is magical, apparently. And it's water resistant.
Water resistant.
He's got water resistant butterflies that's leading the way. That's why it was faster. So looking at the bridge, you see a river. So this river flows as clear as blue water sky through the valleys. And then looking at this river, it's around 50 foot wide in width.
In length?
Width.
With?
Width. Wide, yeah, in width. Probably with a natural 20, Silvus would know that it is at around 7 feet in depth. But because of the rain, the river flows very fast.
It rose. The other rose.
But the good thing is, you see a bridge.
How wide is the bridge?
Looks sturdy.
Lapad siya nga bridge.
How wide? How long?
Does the bridge look sturdy?
So if this is the river, you are currently on this side, this end. And in front of you is a bridge. There is an arcing stone bridge that spans the river at 2 points. It's also same as the river. 50 foot length by 10 feet. So probably it could hold the whole party.
Mm-hmm.
With
ang yung width ay 10 feet
So very wide.
by 50 feet long. Okay, 50
Ah, okay.
feet.
Very wide. It's 30.
Grabe ka,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
isip it?
It's stone. Okay, so at this point,
Natural.
so I think you're going to start crossing the bridge.
So, Tanuki and I move forward first.
Okay, I'd like one of you to roll a d20 and tell me the result. Okay, isa ra ka person mag-roll for the group. Just to
14?
check how the- Okay, with a 14. With a 14, you were able to cross the bridge with no issue. The bridge seems traveled on regularly, and it seems very sturdy. So moving forward, so apparently across the bridge is already the entrance to the Svalich woods.
Yeah.
Looking behind, you see Barovia. You see a view of the Barovia, like a village that you were able to help, and you were able to,
Visible, sorry.
yeah, from the dense, although na dense fog, pero murag makita nimo ang silhouette sa
Structure sa
structure. Okay, so at this point the rain stops.
Fuck is Strahd.
And you start to enter the forest. Still the same. You hear, I think Silvus feels like Itako.
What?
Because
I
you
feel what?
feel like you're back home.
If it's a forest.
Yeah, you hear birds chirping. You hear, feels like somehow in this very dark place.
Why is the professor voguing?
What is the professor doing now?
Walking.
He is voguing.
Is it? That's not me. I'm me. I'm RP.
So at this point, probably it's another 2 hours of travel. It's around lunchtime.
Yeah, so and we're going to cross the forest or not? Are we going to cross the forest or not? We're not going to cross the... Okay, so do you guys wanna camp or do you wanna walk?
That was the original plan, to go through the forest.
Oh, okay. So I think we should go. So are you guys hungry or what?
I mean, I always have jerky in my backpack, but a meal would be
Just a quick meal.
Are you staying for an hour?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you going to
I'll go
stop?
watch over them. I'll climb the trees.
Kindly make, is anybody, are you going to make a camp to eat?
Can you make a
A fire
campfire?
pit.
Is it still raining? It's gonna be difficult.
Well, it's the leaves, the branches are wet, but you have root crops.
We still have rations. We can use those.
Do we have mga packs lang food ready to eat? Do we have lambas? Charot.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can eat while walking.
I have rations.
We'll just eat while walking na lang, so we'll be walking slower.
Kindly make another D20 roll, survival.
I rolled a 6.
6 plus 8. So I presume, I think since the group is eating while walking, it takes time because you are digesting while walking. So yeah, so probably instead of 1 hour, it takes you 2 hours to move.
Lord.
But currently it's around 2 p.m. already, and you're in the middle of the forest. Okay, so as we continue on, I'd like someone to roll a d20 for me. Ozzy, can you roll a d20?
Okay, just a 3.
3. Okay. Nothing happens. So you continue threading forward. Another hour passes as you move through the dense forest. So now I think you start, Silva starts hearing the river again at this point.
Nanami sa edge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What
We
about
are
the
actually
light?
up near the exit of the forest. Yay!
Okay, so you start hearing the flow of the river.
The first passion of check.
But currently, it's already about 4 p.m.
4 p.m. I think we should
As
move
you move,
faster. The sun is going down.
Let's just follow the
We could
road.
always create a camp near the river.
Yeah, I think
Would you
at
like-
the edge.
Yes.
Around mga 1 hour na lang.
Yes. So then we can camp by 5 p.m.
so at this point, beside, in front of you, you see the road, but at the side, you see the river.
Go with the wind. Reach the wind back.
You're going to go by the river. You're not going to follow the road.
No, our original plan was go around the river. Avoid the river.
Oh, yeah. Sure, sorry. Yeah, the long way.
Can we camp here? Everyone? Talaga
Yeah.
You know, kay
Sa road na lang, sa road na lang.
If by 5 p.m. We are already looking for a place to camp, I'll use my divine sense to sense if ever within 60 feet there's any imminent danger.
Well, at around 5 p.m., you move for another, you moved another pentagon. So you are currently about to move away from the river, but murag last glimpse of the river before you move to the left.
And then there's another forest.
Yeah.
Do we try to set camp just outside the another forest?
You just
Yeah.
dive
But just enough that's beside the road. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we would have more open space here. So we can see all surprises.
So we're camping here tonight.
Yeah. It's much safer, Ireena, to camp here.
Is it still raining?
No, it's not raining anymore. So Ireena puts her bag down, and she sits by a log near the river. She looks out into the river.
But we're a bit far away from the river.
Ah, yeah, okay. Probably just a ledge. There's a ledge, and then for probably 100 feet, I have our
Yeah.
river.
Then we try to set up camp tents. Do we try to make fire?
You're just going to be beside the road.
What does everyone
Then-
think?
from the road.
I'm thinking it's a bit away from the road.
In the forest, but 10 meters.
So when you look at this, you're going to stay here.
Yeah.
Just at the edge of the forest.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, near
That's
the
when you-
river.
No, away from the river.
Can we
Is that-
zoom gamay? Ay, kita na nako. Layo di siya sa kuan. Layo siya sa river.
So now mo dire.
Duwa siya sa forest.
Probably in
There's
60 feet, you can see a river, and then 60 feet is the road.
I think it's more strategic. We have some coverage among the trees and we're not so in the open.
Okay, so yeah, who's going to set up the camp?
Who's with the most adept for survival? Probably the ranger.
The ranger can do it.
Me.
Most kindly roll 2d20s. Take the higher roll.
19 ang higher. Wait lang. Mag-send ko po this sketch.
You don't have to. At that roll, I think Silvas was able to make an area wherein hidden kaayo. There's moss everywhere. So point number, it's camouflage enough for It seems like you are safe within that area, and within that are your tents.
Nice. Good job, Sylvius.
So at this point, it's around 6 p.m. The light is starting to go dim.
We start with our dinner
Are we lighting a fire?
for a bit. How cold is it?
Okay. Everyone kindly roll for Constitution.
Keeping good.
Tanuki and Ireena seems unbothered.
17.
11.
I rolled a 19.
Constitution for Maki and Ozzy, please.
21 for Ozzy. For Maki, it's 9.
9. Okay, so Maki is cold currently, as well as you.
Straight roll, 11.
Consti.
Saving throw,
Delay. Yeah, saving throw.
9.
Okay, so
my-
both.
From my pack, I take out like
Pitch ka tomorrow.
from my last from the previous games, I looted like elegant jacket and elegant jacket, and I will give it to Maki.
Aww. Aww.
Impressed that girl.
Yeah, it feels like.
I don't understand.
Feels like Ozzy.
What's their history?
I don't know. Is Ozzy? Does Ozzy like Maki?
I think so, yes. But I don't know about orcs. I don't care.
I think the consensus of everyone that if I ask advice from the ranger. Is it wise to have fire in our in our camp tonight?
We are wet and it's gonna be a cold night. I can say.
Is it wise to make fire in our camp tonight? Well, since we're very wet.
I think it's okay, but we have to raise our covers even more. I think it's okay.
Kindly roll another d20. No, not straight. Silvas, roll 2 d20s. Are you going to fortify the area? Para dili kay Claro with fire?
Can I give him inspiration?
Yeah. So
you give another inspiration to Silvas.
Yeah, I have a lot.
You can add
Hide as well, Silvus.
I rolled I rolled a 14 and 17. 4 or 17 rather. 4 and 17.
You can add a d6 if you want.
A d6?
That's
Roll 3 times. Ay, wait lang. Mali siya po. I rolled a 4.
21.
81 or 8.
Okay. Currently, it's around 7 p.m. already. And you notice that Silvus is trying to add more vines to cover at least the fire. If you're going to set up fire. Are you going to sleep early tonight?
We take turns in sleeping. If ever we take turns, I try to be the first watch because I will still try to do some stretches.
Okay.
And then at the start of my sleep, I will activate my divine sense. Before when my comrade starts to sleep, I will activate my divine sense.
Okay.
Then I will activate it again at the end of my shift.
Going to read.
Samuel volunteered for first watch.
I'll take the second.
Pila ka shifts, duha?
3.
3, so I'll take the last one. The one ko, 3 to 6 a.m.
So I'll take the second.
Third. Ireena will take the third.
Huh? I'll take the second. Silvus the third.
Sorry?
Would you like to take?
So,
Why?
I don't know how to protect you all.
Just be awake and
So I really want to take the third.
Ireena will take the third, and nobody is gonna stay with you, Ozzy.
Maki will just sleep. Tanuki.
Oh yeah, Tanuki will join the professor. No, Tanuki will join Ozzy. On the second shift.
Yeah.
We're going to be alone. Okay, so everybody, kindly make a perception check. You're going to
At the start of my shift, before everybody starts to sleep, take their rests.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll
Perception check. I presume the professor. What happened to the professor?
I was just reading. Was like, like, okay.
Okay. 14.
I wasn't communing with the
Yeah.
spirits.
Pero I activated my divine sense.
Okay. So before the start of the shift, I think. Why do you think you had a clue?
It's cold because I low.
Oh yeah.
Low.
Yeah.
Then I just remove some of my heavy metals and I tried to do some stretches.
I think at this point you were all wet from the rain.
Yeah.
And it feels very icky in metal. So you try to remove some metal and it feels uncomfortable currently. So that's why I think at this point you were very distracted during your shift. Kindly roll a d20.
Roll pass?
You.
Huh?
Ikaw na lang kayo kung makaka-roll.
Straight?
Sure.
16.
With a 16. In the middle of the night,
Yeah, my back is against the fire and the comrade sleeping.
so at this point, as you activated your device, suddenly, probably 60 feet ago, na kayo makita na mura galibot sa floor. We're trying to clamber up from the ground.
In the direction. Is it from the river, from the road, or from the inside of the church?
Wait, sige. I would like to ask each of you kung asa mo na area, in what area are you staying? If we are here, so you are here. If the camp is here, where are you staying? At the side of the water, or facing the forest, or facing the road?
I think it's gonna be facing the road.
Ako facing the forest, kay natural habitat na ko.
Tulog man ka.
So, I think
You're asleep. Or you're asleep. So you're here.
I'm facing the road because it's much more open.
Okay, ikaw.
Same, wherever it is.
Is it, a,
You're together.
is it a moonless night or we can see the stars?
There's no stars in Barovia. There's no moon. It's just clouds.
Clouds. So it's very dark.
It's very dark. Okay, across the road, you have a view. Across the road, you see movement clambering from the side and activating your divine sense. You have a feeling it's the undead.
Oh no!
It's starting to creep up. And you see the undead walking in the middle of the road
Does it seem like the direction is towards our camp?
towards your direction.
Oh no!
It's slowly creeping towards your direction.
I immediately tell the professor,
Oh,
I just whisper to him, just be quiet.
okay.
There's no dead towards us. I don't know if it has detected us or we are just along its way. Do you have, before we wake up our party, anything? Do you have anything to sense, to detect it, if, to monitor it? If, because if it's really coming closer in our group, then we have to wake up our members. Do you have something?
At this moment, no, I don't have anything to monitor that.
With that,
It's starting to creep forward. It's walking forward slowly, lumbering.
with that, since it has it been a while when they started,
It's around the first.
since the creature is slowly nearing in our camp.
It's slowly creeping towards your camp. One, and then you realize there's another one at the back.
Okay.
Now a woman.
Oh my god!
A woman. A woman undead.
I mean, then I wake up. I slowly wake up one by one of them. They're just whispering, "Guys, wake up! Wake up! There's something coming this way. It's undead." I think it's. I think I tell them that we should be ready. I don't know if it was able to detect us or we are just alone.
Currently they're just roaming,
Yeah,
but it feels like they're headed your direction.
I tell them that we should just prepare just in case. And then I asked them if it's okay to turn off the campfire to not further alert.
Okay, so Silvus is currently covering the fire.
So we try. Then I tell them, can anyone monitor because I don't have any dark vision.
I have dark
Do
vision.
others have?
So with your divine sense, you sense 3 undeads near your area.
I have dark vision.
What is Ozzy and Maki doing?
Supporting. Oh, Maki and doing what? I have dark vision. I could monitor one of the undead coming close.
Are you planning to stealth, to hide?
Yeah. We hide.
Stealth check.
What is Professor doing?
Want to whisper to a spirit that might be present. Sense the spirit that is not devilish in nature, aside from the undead.
No. That's it. I think I can sense.
What are you planning to do?
I want to ask the spirit, is there an escape route? So I put down my book, it's just a bit and I take out my skull,
Okay.
purple glowing
You take out your skull and
whisper, spirit of the woods. Is this
22 rather. I rolled a 22, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the nearest tree and try to perch on one of its branches.
okay, so make an acrobatics check. Then you realize Tanuki is up the tree as well currently.
Natural 20 siya.
Okay, with the nat 20, like a ninja, Maki climbs up the trees from one tree to another to the top of one tree. Probably you're around 30 feet above, looking down. And Maki sees 3 undeads. One is moving towards the camp, one is moving away, and then the other is just roaming in the middle of the
In circles.
yeah, roaming in the road. So isa lang ang paingon sa inyo. And kindly roll an arcana check.
17 plus 3.
Okay.
Attack. Si Batman. Ano kay Kwan?
With the 2, you hear the same demon talk to you in the ear. Would you like me to do it?
At least clear a path. You said you would like to go with me in this journey. Then give us a path.
But you have magic, right?
Well, magic that comes
I've
from
given
you.
you magic.
It's magic that
Can't you
comes
do
from
something with your magic in order to prevent it from coming towards us?
Ah. We're useless right now.
No, I've given you your magic. I can take it away if you want.
Do something.
You do something. What is Ozzy doing? Ozzy, with your 60 feet, you see the zombie moving towards the camp.
Does it look like it noticed the camp? Is it
No,
moving
it
to
doesn't
attack?
notice the camp, but it's just moving towards the direction of the camp.
I slowly levitate.
I
To show what you're planning to.
To go up a tree. Go over there.
Okay. Pero ang levitation is
Levitation.
20 feet na bang levitation?
60, wait.
60 feet?
Up to 20, sorry. Up to 20. That's good.
You can climb a branch with your levitation.
Yeah,
So kindly roll stealth. Are you trying to avoid notice?
yeah.
Hmm.
20, 17 plus 3.
Okay, so you see the professor starts to levitate towards the back of the tree and hide himself. The professor suddenly hides himself. Maki goes up the tree. Tanuki goes up a tree. The only people left in the camp is Ireena, Samuel, and Silvos.
So naman na, ano, tree.
You are currently in the direction of the undead. Ireena is currently panicking. What am I going to do?
I tell Rina,
well,
first move in combat yun yan. Just be calm.
Tara.
Okay, so Ireena tries to steady herself. She comforts herself with your guidance.
Wala, rin ako, maluban ang ta.
Siya magalang goal.
Wala.
So we just for me, I suggest to have to the remaining group that we retreat the nearest to where our comrades are. We just
Are you going to try to climb a tree?
no, we're just be at the base of the tree and just tell them to just prepare for battle if it comes to that. But we should at least try to avoid it.
What is Silvos doing?
So we'll just be hiding beside the tree.
I think he's offline. Ah, yeah.
Of the
You are in the...
I jumped to the tree. I
So you
jumped to
can
the tree.
climb as well.
Yeah, but I don't need to do some acrobatics check because I'm an elf.
No, you still have to. Not like for Kilgore elves. You're going to roll your acrobatics with advantage. With advantage.
Okay, wait. Roll D20, right?
With advantage.
16 ang higher.
Plus acrobatics.
My acrobatics kay... Uy! Plus 4. 20.
With a 20, you are able to climb up the tree. Pero please roll stealth with advantage as well. Ozzy, what are you doing? Wait. 1, 2,
I'll hide.
4 Indians already on top of the tree.
I will hide somewhere. I'm not very athletic.
So I think it's just three of us. Then for me, I will have my sword and my shield, but I will have a stone beside me. So that my plan is if it comes near, I will throw a stone very far away to divert its attention.
18.
One of the undead. One of the undead is already 18 on a roll. Okay, you weren't spotted. One of the undead has already retreated back to the other side of the forest. So one is still in the middle. And then one is still going towards you. So please, everyone who's still on the ground, please roll stealth.
Actually, no. Nag-roll ko kanina stealth. Should I roll again?
Yeah. I think straight roll lang.
DM? Nag-roll ko ganito stealth without you saying, should I use that roll or roll again?
Try that on a roll now.
I won't say. No, I just rolled a 10.
I'm gonna allow you to roll again because it was unannounced.
Yeah, I thought you were saying na mag-roll, make stealth. Oh, much better. It's 21 for me.
Okay, Ireena rolled 1. Wait, should I roll with advantage? No! Ireena started to...
You can do anything you want.
I made a squeaky sound. So the undead started to... and start to move your direction.
If it's around 10 feet from us, I will get the stone. Then I will throw it on the opposite direction.
Okay, let's do this.
And I will use my previous athlete so that I will have advantage.
Sige. I'll allow that. So, as Ireena starts to squirm and she was about to cry because the undead was already breaths away from her, Samuel decides to chuck a stone.
Yeah.
Towards what direction?
Opposite direction. Ano na lang, if undead is directly in front of us, towards the river.
Okay. Sige. I'll allow it. Roll your... Is it a deception roll? What would you like to roll? I'll ask you.
It's a strength roll.
Strength roll.
I think for me lang, ang mag-roll ang zombie.
Kung dexterity man ko naman kayo roll.
Well, regardless, I will have advantage to it.
Sige, I'll allow dexterity.
I think depende na rin sa zombie if he will take notice
Yeah.
versus...
I will roll for the zombie. I'll roll a stupid roll. Let's check if he's smart enough.
Can I also help Samuel with this?
What are you going to do?
Throws the As he
So you
throws the
notice, we're
stone,
already hidden properly in one tree. You see Irina starts to squirm and she wanted to cry. And then you notice that Samuel noticed it and he threw a stone. 20. Wait, tanong sa naton si Boto ni Ozzy.
as he throws the stone there, okay. From where I see it land, I want to cast dancing lights and make a humanoid appear. Like I could make it into orbs, or I could combine them to form like a humanoid, na glowing humanoid, and I will place it there on where the
So where
cast,
he dropped the stone.
yeah, where I chuck the stone, and I will make it run because it
Okay.
could. Ang range niya is 120 feet, so I will make it run 120 feet away from the camp.
Okay. You roll. Yeah, okay. So with a 20 roll, Samuel was able to chuck the stone right beside the river where it made sound, where it made a huge splashing sound. I think it's not a stone, probably it's a big rock.
Oh, okay.
Kindly make a performance check, Ozzy. Let's see if
That's like
Okay. Performance is okay, nice. 34.
what?
24. 24.
Joke. 24. Okay, so what happened, Ozzy?
When the what's that? When the stone landed on the water, I made a vaguely humanoid form, made of light, appear at the area, maybe at the riverbank, and make it run along the riverbank, mga 120 feet. It can run. I can make it. Its range is 120 feet, and yeah, I just make it move around and make it go into away from the camp.
So I presume it's color green, right? It's a green humanoid, more
Yeah.
alien. Okay, so as Ozzy did that with his masterful movement of the light, with his masterful puppetry, not just the zombie beside you approached it, but a couple of undead moved towards it, and they all fell down the river, and naalon sila sa
All of the undead.
yeah, like some undead. Makita mo ganun yun because you're at the river's edge, so you notice a couple of other undeads move towards the river and follow the dancing light towards the river as it.
so they were mindlessly following the light, and they were with the
Naanod sila
part of their
with the current current of the river. They were
washed away.
washed away. They're so good at it. Okay, so by that ends the current encounter.
So I whispered to her,
And Irina was like, I'm very sorry. I can't control myself. I was so scared. It was right beside me.
it's okay, Reina. It happens to the best of us. You did very good at your first shout out.
I give her dried meat from my pack.
Dried
Dried
meat, jerk.
Yeah, jerky. Yeah.
She
I have a
started
lot.
munching on, like crying while munching. Yeah, she did that, and yeah, that ends the watch.
Then I tell them, calm
Would
down
you like to roll another?
before by the end of my watch.
Okay. So as everybody goes back to bed, it's already the second watch.
Me and ay, ikaw po mag-join ka?
We'll join kaya. Maki can't.
Tanuki,
Oh, Tanuki.
you and Tanuki.
So, kita tulo. Kami tulo ni Maki and Tanuki mag second watch.
Okay. Kindly roll perception check for the three of you. For the two of you.
But before I hand them, before I turn over the ship, I activate my second divine
Yeah.
sense.
So before you activated, as you activated around the 60 feet, you don't. If there's undead, you sense ghostly lang, not really undead.
Any physical. I tell them,
Wow,
I
22.
tell
Lucky.
13.
because it's currently clear that it has
16 for Ozzy.
Tanuki is nowhere to be found. He is currently still staying up the trees. I think he is scouting.
I give him a thumbs up. I rolled a 16. Maki rolled a 22.
And then one of you kindly roll a d20.
Maki will roll a d20. Natural 20.
There is no current encounters at this 2 hour span.
I would like
So
to talk
the
to Maki if it's okay.
the 2 hours passes by very. Hi EJ.
Can I talk to Maki if it's okay?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, I tell her, how are you holding up?
Day by day, I am getting a bit impatient. I feel like I'm losing my reason as to why I'm still staying in the group. I have other things to attend to. What's more important than this?
Why did you come to Barovia? Is it okay if I ask?
With this question, Maki hesitates for a bit, but she knows that she needs somebody to talk to since this has been weighing on her mind heavily. So I look Ozzy in the eyes and tell him that I am in search of my father.
Your
My
father.
yes, my I have come for revenge.
For your father?
No, I have come for revenge for my people in the monastery.
Oh, so how does your father tie into this?
My father came in one night and attacked the people that were close to me in that monastery. My master died because of him. And he sent me an image telling me that he's in
Okay.
Barovia.
Huh.
So that's where I'm headed right now.
I guess you're clearly not in good terms with your father.
Clearly, I've got daddy issues.
Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. But you know what they say? When you seek revenge, you always dig two graves.
And to that, I say, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Well, that the group, I don't speak for the group, but I'd like to think we've gotten close.
You think so?
Yeah. And if you need my help, or probably Samuel would help you too. I don't know. I just met the professor, but Silvus seems like a good guy, and Tanuki too, right? Tanuki? I shout to Tanuki.
Yeah. Tanuki
Yeah.
is currently on top of the trees, scouting the grounds. As you perform watch, you do watch.
I say to
During the night.
Ozzy, I don't need anybody's help. This is my fight alone.
Are you afraid of your father?
I am. I think one of the reasons why I'm stalling right now is because I still have fear inside me.
I mean, fear is good. I read that it's evolutionary. It will help you survive. It just shows that there's still this urge to live in you. Though you're willing to risk your life, you still want to live. And I think with our help, you have more chances of survival. But I will still leave the choice up to you.
Again, it's not your fight. I will not drag innocent people into my fight.
Well, we've been dragging ourselves into people's business, so why not drag each other into our own business, right?
We'll see about that.
Okay.
And with that, I end the conversation with Ozzy.
Yeah.
That was a good conversation. And yeah, Maki gains Maki gains an advantage roll to whatever you need to roll.
Yeah,
And
wala.
yeah. I agree. Drag is good. It's an art. So let's
Drag.
drag each other. So since Tanuki just entered the story by EJ,
No, no, no.
your name's EJ.
Hmm.
Entered the story. Can you, EJ? Can you introduce yourself and your character Tanuki and say something about Tanuki?
My character's name is Tanuki, and my blood hunter, and also a beast height shifter pa. So for my background, I'm an archaeologist, and then my height is 5'8", and then light brown ang eyes, and then black hair, little beard.
So anyway, to recap lang, so what happened, EJ, was this is the next day and you decided to start traveling towards the Vistani camp. So ang na-happen is when you went out, the town decided to award you medals for your service. You were given medal a medal with a crest of a wolf in the middle, so golden. It's worth 50 gold piece, one per person. So kindly add it to your items so that you can sell it if you need money. Okay? So what happened is after Ismark gave you medals, awarding you medals, the townsfolk started to cheer, and then Samuel decided to do a speech regarding the Dawn Father, to look to the east because hope is still present in town. But at that moment, in the west, you see dark clouds, and then you see lightning starts to emanate. Silvos was damaged as a lightning bolt struck the well, and then Ireena, thinking that it might be the cause, like being in Barovia, the village of Barovia might be the cause of what's happening. She wanted to start traveling, so she ran out of the village, yeah, while all the townsfolk starts to flee. So this is the first night away from the village while you're camping. So currently the second watch. So nothing happened during the second watch. So during the third watch, Ozzy, Maki, and Tanuki decides to wake up Silvus.
Ireena, diba? Silvus,
And Ireena.
Ireena, and me.
So as you wake up Silvus and Ireena, Irena's like, who am I going to watch with?
Me.
Oh, okay, nice. So kindly roll a d20, Silvus, with advantage for perception.
18 and 9, so 18 ang advantage.
So you're like 8. And then roll another d20.
Without advantage, no? 12.
Huh?
Only 12. 12 ang without advantage.
Okay. So with that roll, nothing happens. So at around 3 a.m., everybody starts to wake up. And then dawn hasn't started yet. But you all had 6 hours of rest right now. And you might decide to eat your breakfast before the crack of dawn. So if you've got rations, kindly deduct 1 day's worth of rations from your items as you wake up at around 3 to eat. And you could do anything. I'll give you 1 hour of personal time for all those who wants to say or do anything in preparation for travel.
I pick up my shamisen and start meditating.
You're playing.
It's
Uh,
it's the it's dawn, right?
It's
No, it's not
it's
yet.
3
It's 3 a.m.
Okay, I don't do that. I thought I was done na.
Ako, I'm having an interest in getting to know my
Oh my
God.
God.
Nakoy, murag ka-interested ko sa akong own God sa elves. Ang supreme being. Murag ka-interest.
Ozzy, what are you doing?
I would like to take note of the awesome thing I did a while ago with the dancing lights, with the zombies. Yeah.
That was nice, actually. Amazing. That was amazing. So Ozzy is writing on his notebook.
Slightly exaggerating the number of zombies and the setting.
Okay. What is Tanuki doing right now?
I'm trying to sharpen my katana wakizashi using a stone.
The professor, what are you doing?
I go to Oz.
You go towards Ozzy. So you see Ozzy probably not at the river bank, so probably at the edge of the forest where you can see the river. So Ozzy is right there sitting on a rock writing on his journal.
Which hour? Or
Half orc.
I go up to him and say, half orc bard. How are you a bard?
Greetings. How am I a bard? Wow. If I had a gold piece for every time someone asked me that question, maybe I'd be rich. I know it's not a common profession among someone like me, but you know, it's circumstances that happened. The choices I made led me to be a bard and led me here. Uh, Short answer is, well, I was mostly it is all I know. I grew up among songwriters, playwrights, and I fell in love with the profession, and I thought maybe I could do it too.
Yes, as you said, it's quite atypical for an orc. Well, and a half orc to be a bard. Which college do you come from?
Uh, I have studied lore, you know, lore of the lands, history. I've been fascinated with historical battles because, I mean, they are the root of my father's work in his plays and his epics that he writes. So he sent me to a good college, and I'm happy that I was able to learn a lot. How about you? I believe you're also a bard.
Yes, I
Go ahead.
am. Yeah, before I answer that, I would like to say that I was quite impressed with what you did last night.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't expecting that from you. I'm sorry. That sounds so stupid and like condescending, but I was really impressed because I was thinking about using this spell, and then, well, you came through and you protected us. I don't know why I didn't like you. I never did. But yeah, I never did. I don't know. Maybe it's because we come from different colleges and from the College of Spirits, and I usually commune with the spirits here, and that's why I'm here in Barovia, just to discover more, expand my knowledge. However, I don't really know what end I am aiming for, but it's nice to have another bard in this team.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Wow!
It's nice to see someone else practicing the arts of the bard. You know, and you don't have to worry about being condescending and offensive because I'm used to people underestimating me, or I'm used to people having second thoughts when they look at me because of my race. I mean, I'm half an orc and half a human, but I tend to impress a lot of people, and I tend to grow on people when you get to know me. And yeah, I guess that's it. And it's really nice to meet you. And I hope that we get to exchange some stories. I'd love to hear more about your background because I've never I haven't heard what college are you from? Is it okay if I ask? Or where have you studied?
College of Spirits. I think I can also share some stories about, well, the dead to you. Maybe they might be useful to you in the future.
That would be very helpful. Yes. The dead have lots of tales to tell.
The conversation ends.
Irina was listening.
Oh my god, Irina, are you listening?
Irina was listening. Aw, it's so nice to see people who are smart. Too bad I never went to college.
Do you want to be a bard, Irina?
Maybe someday. I'm still young. If I get out of this town, I might go to college, maybe.
Well, you can also follow Samuel's footsteps.
Because I don't think I'm going to get out of this town anyway. It's just wishful thinking, I guess. I know I'm not.
I can give you a recommendation.
When you said that, she kinda her smile kinda fades, and she's like, "Yeah, I think it's just wishful thinking. I was just imagining a different life. I know I'm never gonna get out of this place." So anyway, sorry.
I turn to her and say, "Well, never say never. We might actually find a way out of this place, or maybe defeat Strahd." And I laugh.
She just smiled, and yeah. Anyway, we've got a long way to go. Everyone's eating breakfast. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about something else. How is the wound on your neck? How does it feel?
As you said that, she wrapped a scarf around it, and yeah, she opens it, and you see that it's not healing, but it's not infected. It doesn't look like it's infected. There's no pus draining on it. So yeah, it's just puncture wounds.
Open puncture wounds, and it's bleeding.
No, not really. Not bleeding.
Okay.
Para lang siya nag-primary blood clotting lang, but there's no signs of wound closure. Walay scab formation.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling happy that I'm finally out of my village. But to be honest, is the professor still here?
I'm listening.
I don't feel like I don't know, do you know that feeling of that sense of dread?
Dread? Where's that coming from, my dear?
I don't know. I have a feeling I'm gonna die soon.
Is someone or something calling you to death?
I don't know, there's just something. There's just that feeling in my gut. I'm not gonna last long. I do hope you guys make it out alive. I'm gonna make sure of it. But let's just pray. I'm just going to pray to the Dawn Father every night so that the whole party can get out.
You know, death is just a part of a human's or any other creature's life. It may be nearer now, or maybe farther along in the future. But every one of us will have to, well, experience death. Its cold embrace. Or maybe it's radiant light, we don't know. Well, because they haven't died yet. But is there something that you want to tell me?
You know what, Professor? Because of you, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, actually,
I'm excited to meet you when I die, and I'll talk to you about my experience.
well, that's good. You can always talk to me even when you're dead. You can whisper things to me.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I won't whisper to you at night, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's move. Guys, are you ready?
Yes.
Samuel, are you ready?
Yes.
How
I,
about Mackie, girlfriend? Are you ready, girlfriend?
as we were going back to the group, I tell to Irina, maybe you would like to talk to Maki. I mean, we're all guys, but she's a woman, and she might uh, she might want to talk to you.
What did you say? Ang daw?
Love to talk to her.
I look at Ozzy from afar because I hear this, and I lip. I just say to him in a whisper,
I don't want to talk to her. Are you trying to conceal this in front of Irina?
Mouthing it to me.
Yes, I'm mouthing it to Ozzy.
And Irina was like, well, I'm sure we get along. I think we're going to be real good girlfriends.
As she said this, my face changes.
So anyway, as that happens, I think the party starts to move on with their travel. So it's around 5 a.m., like the crack of dawn. So 5, 6 a.m. Would you like to start moving?
Yes.
On this day of journey, who would like to lead? Is it still Silvos?
Not me na, kaya mag-road naman. Or unless you wanna traverse the forest again.
If you're going to traverse the road, wala na kay advantage on it.
Wala na akong advantage yan. And we cannot save time.
Who would like to lead the travel?
I would like to be in the front, but as a help, there's a spring in my step because I might see
Okay.
Hella soon.
Decides to kinsa pa, Ozzy and kinsa first two.
I'll stay in the back of Ozzy.
Okay. Ikaw pa
Probable survivals.
Di man survival ko for perception mo.
Kami ko.
Okay, so Ozzy and the professor, and then Maki and kasi beside na Maki, Ireena. Maki and Ireena. Sa third row, kay si Silvos.
And Tanuki!
Because of Ozzy's advice, Ireena decides to walk beside Maki. And then, Professor, joke front ka. Tanuki and Silvos, and then last ka. Okay. So you see Samuel at the rear. So, can I ask both of you to roll perception checks? If with advantage, why you want the professor to roll in advantage?
Yeah, I'll help the professor. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Twice, no?
Okay.
13.
Highest roll when you want 13.
11 plus.
Okay, so I think at this point, Professor decided to be productive today. So he's got one book in one hand while walking. He's got one book in one hand reading while walking. So, okay, so I'm going to allow Silvos to roll a survival check. Tanaw na nato kung sa kapasko sa 40. And then, Ozzy, kindly roll a
D20? Natural 20.
Okay.
Not 20. Okay, not 20 this time.
Okay.
17 plus 6, 21.
For the 2 hours of travel, it seems uneventful as you move forward through the forest. Not inside the forest, but like night forest in both sides, but this is a clear road moving forward. So, yeah. So, after another hour of travel, you reach this point. And then you find yourself in a fort.
I turn to Tanuki. Do we go right or left?
Okay, I will use my keen smell to check if mas better.
Okay.
Our initial plan is to go to the
Vistani camp.
Vistani camp. So that would be based on the map. The right.
Okay, so at this point, as you move closer to this area, you see a fork in the middle. On your left, you see an old wooden gallows creaking in a chilly wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and the signpost opposite the gallows points off in three directions. From where you come from, kay Barovia village, circles to the northwest, and Ravenclaw/Vallaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope across the gallows. A low wall, crumbling in place, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog. So this is what you see. So it's a crossroads.
Circle, right? We're by the circle, the Vistani.
On top of the gallows, you see gallows on the left, right? Yeah, so you see a crow forebodingly looks at you on top of the gallows.
Can I make? Can I beckon the crow? I don't know. Can I try and beckon the crow with, like, I put food on the ground. I check if it will take it.
What? You're just going to put food. What type of food are you going to put?
Well, I would know what crows like, right? Maybe a bread, something like breadcrumbs. How about crumbs from the dream paste? That's what I put.
Okay. Please roll animal handling for me.
Can I try to talk to the crow? I cannot, yeah. I don't have a skill.
Wala nag-joke. Ano?
Yes, sir.
Not 20 again. Wala ko nag-joke.
Okay. So as you lay crumbs from the green paste on the floor, mag-i-show. Yeah, it's a nat. Okay, the crow suddenly hops down. It hops down from the gallows. It swings on the gallows first and then flies down to the floor and hops in front of you, nibbling on the dream pastry, and looks at you. It just looks up at you while eating on the floor. What would Silvus like to do again?
Mag-animal handling ako, bro. I cannot talk to the crow using the animal handling skill. Diba?
Do you have speak with animals as a spell?
Wala. I don't have speak with animals. Ako na lang siya i-pet. Ako na siya i-try og pet.
Roll roll animal handling for me.
D20, right?
Yeah.
4.
So as you approach your fingers towards the crow, it will try to peck at you. Pila mo armor class?
Kuan. 15.
It misses. It misses your hand, but it tried to peck to bite your hand, and it starts to flap, and it perches itself on the gallows again.
Nice cemeteries.
Yeah, on your right you see graves.
I approach the grave and I try to look at there are any graves that are upturned or are there any bird seems like it have been they
No, it looks like it's undisturbed, and it's nameless. Doesn't have names on it.
I touch the ground and I sort of become wary of graves right now from our previous encounter and I activate divine sense.
Okay. You don't feel any immediate undead in the area.
I don't tell that others. Just try to get back to that group. silently.
What is Tanuki trying to do?
I'll go to the left and check the wooden.
Roll investigation check.
Does anything happen to the crow? Na nag-feed ko dream pig ni Seiya?
Yeah, it eats it
15.
appreciatively. It eats it appreciatively and looks at you. And then Silvus wanted to pet it, but it wanted to bite Silvus's hand instead. So the crow flew.
It didn't fall asleep pareha kay Kwan, the professor.
Wala siya nag-fall asleep. It just
Yeah, I just want to see.
What time is it?
a piece of the pastry.
At 3 hours pa nila ba? From alas 3.
With the 15, you just notice that the gallows is ang pagsaka mo sa wood, it's creaking, and it doesn't look like it was used recently.
I say this place gives me the creeps, and I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, I second it.
Okay. So, which direction are you going to move?
Perhaps northwest,
Okay.
northeast, going to that circles.
So again, there's three directions. Katong where you're coming from, nakabutang kay Barovia village. And then to your right, kinakabutang Tser pools. And then the left kay Ravenloft/Vallaki.
So everyone is still on going to the Madame Eva, right? Because I think there's vast information in the Vistani camp.
Yes.
And I
Hela might be there.
Yeah, and I think the search for Hela is also there.
So you're at this point, and yeah, you move forward na. Okay.
You start going to that direction.
As you move forward, Silvus looks back at the gallows. And as he looks back at the gallows, he notices a body hanging on the gallows. You hear a creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows where you were where there was nothing before. It now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it could fix its dead eyes upon you. And then you see your face hanging.
Nakuan ko na shock ko, mura ko nag-freeze.
Jesus face. Ibang hanging body.
Akong reaction ka nag-freeze ko.
Silvus.
Okay, so suddenly stop walking. And on the order, I think
The same.
Samuel bumps onto Silvus as Silvus looks back.
Ah, yeah.
Wala, I just, nag-say na lang ko sa professor nga, I think there are some spirits in here.
The body is still there. So you look back, everybody sees a body.
Silvus's body.
No,
What is the image of the body? Is it a man?
the body looks like nondescript. It doesn't look like anybody you know. But Silvus sees himself.
I mean, do we investigate? This is creepy as fuck.
Sige ako mag-investigate na.
So it's
Ikaw
currently
mag-investigate.
hanging. The body is currently hanging. And then its face is currently turned towards you. Looking at everyone. And then, yeah, for Silvus, it looks like himself.
Is the body still fresh? Or is it really rotting?
Make a medicine check.
I
For
will
anybody
help,
who wants.
I will help you, Samuel.
Just say what the fuck, and I ask them, can we just leave it alone and just move forward?
Yeah, I also want to move forward. I don't think this
With a
is...
10. You're not sure, pero it looks like a week old. Between a week and a month.
I think
So medyo uga na siya.
Is it creepy? Activate my second divine sense. Does it ping anything?
No. No undead. No undead present.
And I inform them that I think it's not undead. I think it's just a dead body hanging. Do we have to spend time investigating this? Because we could
It
proceed with
wasn't there
caution.
before. It
I
wasn't there
know.
before. And we have
Wala pang crow.
Wala na ang crow.
Ah, okay.
I think we should
We'll try to approach the body and then we'll cut the rope.
Leave it alone, please.
Tanuki is going to approach.
Oh,
I also shall leave it alone, but I will be
Too late. Tanuki moved towards the undead body.
but I will be raising my sword.
Are you going to touch it?
I'll try to cut the
I
rope
said,
now.
be careful, Tanuki.
What are you going to do, Tanuki? Sorry.
I'll try to cut the rope. And then
Okay.
check the body.
How are you going to cut the rope?
Using my katana.
It's currently hanging
Hanging pa ba?
on a wooden platform.
How about we'll try to use my crossbow? If mahit man ako.
You could try to throw your wakizashi at it.
Okay, sige.
Ano?
Mag-roll pa ko, no?
Roll a d20.
Like, what's that?
4.
Free the body. Cut the rope.
Your wakizashi falls down to the ground and it doesn't hit it.
Okay. I'll turn back na tayo. Never mind.
You're going. But Tanuki moves back and decides to leave the body. You're going to leave the body. Silvus, it's still staring at you, Silvus. It looks exactly like you, but dead and decomposing. Nobody else.
Pwede na ako i-mage hand. I always mage hand to go near kung butterfly si pa doon ako dito.
Kung sa'yo buhaton sa imong mage hand.
Ipaland na kung butterfly sa shoulders.
Okay, so as Silvus orders his butterfly to fly towards the dead body. So the butterfly lands on the shoulder, and as it lands on the shoulder of the dead body, it suddenly turns to ashes, and it falls down to the ground. We move forward. Ireena's like, it's very curious. What's happening? Is this magic? Samuel, I'm scared. Ireena hugs you. Faster. Let's move forward.
I tried to inform Ireena that she should calm down and assess things
Panic
rationally.
check. She's still panicking.
Then I give him a water to drink.
I think I'd be irritated. Yeah, so
Then I tell any person who uses magic if there's any active magic being used on us, especially the Sylvius. Since he's, diba, Bert? Yan,
Silvus doesn't tell anybody. I don't know. Silvus, do you tell people?
No, unsa namatay ang kuan? Butterflies! My butterflies are dead!
Why are you frozen?
Silvus currently is frozen and it looks like he's seen a dead body.
What's happening? Why are you like that, my friend? My friend.
It looks like me.
Yo.
Looks like me.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, it's already dust. It's already ash.
No, it didn't. Are you familiar with this in your past? In your previous adventures?
Silvus is quiet.
while this is happening, I look around the surroundings. I try to see if there's any shift in the shadows, silhouettes. There's any presence besides us.
Make a perception. Are you trying to what? Look for investigation check.
Fine.
You don't notice any other malevolent forces around at that moment. But there's no more sign of the undead, or there's no more sign of the body currently.
Yes.
I don't understand any of it.
Yes.
Let's move on.
just advise everyone to be cautious.
I think if you're going to touch it, you're going to die.
What happened to Sylvius?
Wala, nagulan ako nag-freeze after realizing what happened to my butterflies.
Okay. Silva seems okay now.
I tried to pat his back. Are you sure you seem fine?
Yes,
As
I'm
Sylvius-
fine. I think I have figured out what happens to you if you touch it. So it's best that we leave it alone.
Will you be able to go forward?
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, so the party moves forward. I would like Ozzy to roll. I would like Ozzy to roll for perception check.
8.
Okay. And then kindly roll Tanuki, kindly roll a D20.
5.
You move forward for another 2 hours with no issue. Another 4 hours. 4 hours have passed and no issue. You're about to enter another path within the forest. And
We press on.
The forest.
are you going to lead?
I would like to help the one in front. But yeah.
I think the
That's the one
professor is currently indisposed at the moment. So the professor moved for a while.
I'll be the vanguard.
Ikaw mag-front ka. Okay. So yeah, you move forward. Kindly roll perception check again. A
I will help.
D20 with advantage.
Perception on? 13 plus something. 14.
Okay. Silvers, please roll a D20.
D20. 4.
Okay.
4.
Thankfully, you another 4 hours pass and you reach the mouth of the forest and you finally see water again.
Visible encampments na mga Vistani.
At this point, dili pa. So
Rough road, di rough road.
you're out of the woods.
Can you sum up
Eh.
ni rough road, ni rough road?
Kanang dots.
Yeah, rough road na siya.
No, ish. Oh, I think it's rough road. So with another 2 hours of travel, so I think you're at after exiting the end of the forest, you see the lake already. The Tser pools in front of you. So this is the first view of the pools as you move forward. So you see the view of the lake.
Ozzy is just excited to reach the captain.
So at this point, Tanuki starts to smell. He smells fire and camp. At around 4 or 5 p.m. Around 4, you reach the encampment. In a distance, you see a camp right beside the lake.
I immediately look out for a red tiefling if I see her.
So you are about probably 80 feet away from the main camp.
Do we see any activity?
Fire. Kinsa ikaw na sa vanguard, no? Kindly roll perception check with advantage. Okay, yeah, you don't notice any. You notice people, but wala kay idea kung sa kadaghan. You see 1 or 2 people walking from afar. But you see fire.
I should go first since we already have ties with the Vistani, so that they know that we are friendly.
Okay, so you're not going to prepare for anything, you're just going to move forward.
Yeah. And Maki will join me too.
So as the road gradually disappears and is replaced by twisted muddy path through the trees, deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons in the area. The canopy of mists and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake, several hundreds of feet across. Five colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of four barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drinks from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clashes with the singing of several brightly clad figures around the bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. So I think this is what you see at around dusk.
Closest to transport. No? Yeah, no, close it.
Yeah, it's quite close. You see a view of the Ravenloft Castle at the back,
I know.
covered by clouds. It's covered by clouds.
Parang siya Sudo Moon siya.
Are you nearing the tent?
Yeah.
So as you move forward, you see probably 12. You can count 12 people. Some are dancing, some are drinking already, and they are sitting by the like fireside. And then as some points at your direction, they see there's people, and yeah, you see. I think Ozzy notices automatically Stanimir. He's very happy to see you. It's like, you're here.
Who's that?
I immediately approached. Enemy, your old friend. I brought friends I made along the way. Can we join you?
You're always welcome. Come with us. What brings you to our very beautiful camp?
I turned to the group.
Welcome.
Don't worry, guys. He's cool.
You brought a very diverse set of people. It feels like
Introduce myself. My name is Samuel. Can you join
Dragonborn. You like your color for your.
You're very kind.
Yes.
Can we join you for dinner?
Oh, sure. You are very welcome in this place. Come.
Much.
Lydia, bring them alcohol. A very beautiful woman dancing in the fire. As she heard what Stanimir said, she goes inside the tent and gets wine for everyone.
I try to whistle joyfully towards the ongoing performance, dancing.
What are you going to do?
Isa lang po.
You're going
It's
to
a joyful tune.
okay. Blow performance check.
Which one? It's 13.
As you blow your whistle, babe. As you blow your whistle, I think it can't be heard as much as you want it to be heard because of the music that they're playing. But yeah, you feel joyful as you see them do what they do.
I turn to Stanimir and I say, Stanimir, you know I hate to cut to the chase, but I've been looking for someone, and I know I told you this before, and I have heard that.
Are you talking to Ella?
Yes, it's good that you remember. I heard that she's here. She was seen.
Actually dropped by in this place, but she's not here anymore.
When did she drop by?
She left a few days ago, probably 4 to 5 days ago. You just left. You just.
Where was she going?
Apparently, she's on a quest to look for someone.
Who is she looking for? Did she say?
She'd never tell me. That one is very quiet. She doesn't really talk much. She just went here, drank a lot, and she said she needed to go somewhere. So she went with a group headed to Vallaki.
A group, you say? How many were there?
Well, she went with the other group of Vistanis headed to Vallaki. We have a camp there as well. I don't know what her thing is, but it seems like she was on a mission and she was very intent of going in here. I don't know.
Good to know that she's
But I do like that woman. She really knows what she wants. She eats a lot, and she also drinks a lot.
yeah, she's the best. But I'm glad to know that it's really her. That I'm. She's just so close.
So apparently she's your lover, right?
Well, yeah, yeah, she is.
So what brings you here? He looks at everyone. You are a very odd bunch.
So, before that, I asked which direction Ella was heading. So,
She wanted to go to Vallaki, so it's around the west side of Barovia.
after that, I informed
Stanimir.
Tanimir that we have different
Agendas?
agendas, and one professor here is very curious about the lore of this place. Perhaps you can share stories to him
Stories!
that he can save in his book.
Oh, that's very good because actually we were about to sit down for a story. Vistanis love a story. We love stories. Would you like to hear a story?
And is Madame Eva Eve gonna be with us?
Ah, why? What is with Madame Eva that you're...
Nothing really. It's just Alenka mentioned her back in Barovia that she's the leader of this crowd.
Alenka? Sorbia! She calls Sorbia. What did Alenka tell them? And then Sorbia goes by the tent. Sorbia's like, oh, it's you! It's very nice to see you again. Yes, Alenka said if they wanted to get more to hear more about Barovia, they need to talk to Madame Eva. Oh, well, Madame Eva is free. But before that, you like a story.
Yeah, we would like to hear. So what is it about?
Well, it is about time. We're about to eat dinner, so everyone sit around the campfire because my wife here, Lydia, is about to talk about. She wanted to tell a story too.
But
She loves telling stories.
do I notice if the age group of these Vistanis are the same? Are they mostly meet adults or adults?
So, are you asking if there are children?
Just observing.
Make a general perception check.
9, 10.
With the 10, as far as you notice, you haven't seen any children, but it's around 10 to 12
Adults.
adults. Probably the youngest might be ang age span probably around 20s to 40s and 50s. Mga 20 to 50.
I don't.
You don't see anyone younger than that. You don't see anyone else older than 50.
I don't try to be disrespectful and just observe because I'm also interested in their performance.
And then, as you can, at this point, Lydia moves towards the fire, and she's like, "What, my love? What are you talking about? No, they were asking for a story. A story? Okay, I will tell them a story." And then she puts down wolf meat for everyone,
We sit down.
and she distributes wolf meat. Maki, she gives you wolf meat.
I said I eat the wolf meat because I'm famished.
Yeah, so everyone eats while Lydia settles down on the fire. So hello everybody, my name is Lydia. You might have known I'm the very happy wife. I'm one of the wives, actually, of Stanley. Hi, is that the professor? That's the professor. Are you done using the toilet? We're very sorry that our toilet is a bit dirty. So anyway, we're about to start with my story. Anyway, my name is Lydia.
Hello, Lydia.
I am one of the wives of Stanimir. He asked me to tell you a story.
Okay.
Is everybody listening?
Yes.
I'm instantly munching the wolf meat and listening to the story.
Once upon a time, a mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing right now. He's a very charismatic man. He was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their grounds and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my very own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks stumbled upon the wizard. Yet by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil's Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value. But the river Iblis had taken him and had already spirited him away from this land. So the Vistani storyteller couldn't remember the wizard's name, but she knew it sounded very important. So that was the end of my story.
How did she tell the story? Was she dancing?
She was doing this to the fire. That's what happened.
Why doesn't the wizard hate Strahd? Why did he challenge Strahd?
Well, I do not know. We are not really close with the wizard, but I just knew that he wanted to help the town. So he rallied the people. Barovia.
DM? DM,
Yes?
DM Carl? From my studies, would I know such a wizard who ventured into a land? A powerful wizard? That sounded important.
Again, I'll challenge you with a roll. Roll a d20 and then let's see. You need to roll
What am I rolling
for
for?
lore. History.
And can I inspire myself? I think this die is weighted. I think this die is weighted. Hit a number. You see it
It's a nat 20.
again. Yes, I am not joking. This is like
Okay,
the
so
third
if there's a very powerful wizard that you think could or would go to Barovia with all his power, it could be more than Kainan.
more than Kainen. Like I would know more than Kainen because he's in all the ND lore, and I'm sure he's famous.
Could have been more than Kainan.
I'm not
Can I
100% sure.
And at 20, it could be more than Kainan.
The fuck? Even more than Kainen could not beat this guy.
Well,
I would know that more
Internet-
than I would know that more than Kainen is a powerful wizard.
yeah.
I'm not liking our odds from the story, but I don't share this. I don't share this to the group. I don't wanna bring down their morale, but I'm shook to my core.
So at this point, Stanimir approaches everyone, and he was like, "You were waiting. You were here for Madame Eva, right?"
According to the professor, we have one information at this town, at this world.
You were here for Madame Eva, right, Ozzy?
Talk to her.
Because
Yes.
Madame Eva, she's ready
honest,
for you.
To be honest, I came here looking for Hella, but since she has already moved on to another town, I'm sure. Yeah, I would really like to talk to Madame Eva and maybe get a reading.
The princess in another castle.
Yeah, she is, but she will. I will find her.
Well, Madame Eva would like to see all of you.
She reads fates, right? She reads destiny, fortune.
She doesn't just read the fate, she already knows the fate. For all we know, she's the one who sent you here.
I would very much like to meet her. Yes.
Stanimir leads you towards the biggest tent.
Or that.
So as Stanimir leads you to the entrance of the tent, he points inwards to welcome. Just go inside and please give your utmost respect because she is the leader of the Vistani. Who will go in first?
I will try to go in first to make brief introductions there.
Okay. So as you go in, magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last, you have arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. Samuel, welcome. Ah, the professor. Silvus, Silvermoon.
How come together?
Ozzy Orkborn, Maki Zenin, and Tanuki. Welcome to my tent.
I kneel down immediately. My head bowed down. I say with just not so loud, but can be heard audibly. Tell her, good evening, Madam Eva, Your Excellence. Your name precedes us um, with utmost respect from the of your people. It seems that we don't need any more. But although Jane is a bit perplexed that she knows our names, I tell her, it seems that you know us already and we need no further introduction.
Of course, I do know your name. I have expected each and every one of you.
And I look at and I stare at the eyes of my comrades and what do they react after the release that we are being expected. I look at them for their reactions.
You see her, she's shuffling cards while they're talking.
I just go like,
Yes,
I
Ozzy.
shrug my shoulders.
How are you, Ozzy?
Madam
They're
Eva,
able,
it's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, there is a low table.
No.
I have heard a lot from Tanimir. And and
Oh, that Stanimir is such a very crazy person. That crazy old goat. What did he tell about me?
he told me that you were very powerful and you were the leader of the Vistani. And I just wanted to extend my gratitude for bringing me here because I'm sure you already know that the reason I'm here is because I'm finding a lost love.
I know about your lost love. And if it might be okay for everyone, for me to tell a quick fortune for your future, would it be okay? She looks at Professor and I know that you are a cynic, Professor. You gracing my tent is such a big deal for Madame Eva. For the great and powerful professor finally graces my tent. Is it knowledge you seek, yes?
Yes.
Then kindly pick a card. She offers you her hand. And this is she first shuffles her hand, of course, because it's not going to be a fortune telling episode if I don't shuffle properly. And then she gives you one card in front of you. And kindly tell me what it says.
Marionette.
Marionette. What do you think about that, Professor?
Some higher being is controlling me.
You are really perceptive.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Who do you think is that higher being?
Oh, the demon that owns this skull.
Very perceptive. True knowledge lies not but in the bones of Barovia, Professor. Knowledge comes from flesh, both the living and the undead. Perhaps the knowledge that you seek lies underneath Ravenclaw.
Hmm. You see.
How about you, Samuel? Would you like to pick a card?
I would gladly take one.
Okay.
Pick randomly.
It's random. What does it say?
It's the philanthropist. What does it mean?
Ah,
Well,
very
Samuel, I do know you. You're just not the fool, but a valiant knight who enters this dark, dark land. But what this was this trip worth your while? Was it worth it?
I can't say so as of now, but so far, I've made some friends. I've honed my skills. I'm getting pretty good with what I do. And I think I've helped some people. And yeah, so far, it's been worth it, my life.
Doesn't your path of glory already cost you dearly or dearly?
Treading the path of glory, man, always needs sacrifice, no matter how big or small that is. If you're ready to make those sacrifices, then you are.
It already shows in your card. You're the philanthropist. Doesn't that show that you've been giving so much already?
Giving Madam Eva doesn't require a limit. Always give. What does it? I don't think I'm a philanthropist, but isn't philanthropist a person with great money?
Well, wealth doesn't always mean gold, my son. Are you here to finally quench Barovia with the light it truly deserves?
Well, that is true.
Or will the light be the only shine, will only shine on you, leaving everything else in shadows?
Are you asking, or do you know already the answer to that?
She just chuckles and smiles towards, kasi next na ko, Maki. Maki, my dear, you poor, poor dear. Please pick a card. Pick a card for her. And this is Maki's card.
that doesn't look good.
Does it?
What does it say?
The broken one. Oh, Maki. We have this scorned woman with us. Haven't you suffered enough, dear, to tread this forsaken land?
What are you saying? Am I going to suffer more if I embark on this journey? With
Well, as what I'm seeing, you're following a path of revenge.
I am.
You are already the broken one, but to fight this battle, you need to be whole. Be careful of this path, dear, for it might devour you. Or worse, it might transform you into that person that you hated the most. Your father, isn't it?
You're correct.
And she moves her gaze towards Ozzy Orkbard.
Madam Eva. May I do the
Oh,
honors?
Ozzy, the court jester graces my tent. So a professor and a court jester graces my tent. Aren't you not just a cunning jester, but also a fool of love? Now pick a
Perhaps.
card and I will tell you your fate. This is really random, guys.
Repeating your words about the problem now.
Don John. Don John. It shows that you are really lost right now.
What do you mean?
Are you on this right path? Is this path really to find your great love or find your glory?
Maybe both. But I really embarked on this journey to find Hera. But maybe perhaps I will find glory in this. But I don't really care for all the riches and the glory in the world if I can't find her. What
A person
is
who does not, you know what? A person who does get recognition or glory with the odes and tales that men write. Will it be a hymn or of tragedy?
well, I can't really say. I only write about what has happened. And so far everything that has happened has been an epic of great proportion. I mean, everything that has happened has led me here, and everything that I'm doing, I think it is all towards good. I think it will not be a tragedy, but it will be a big hit. Perhaps a song that will be sung for years to come.
And let's just hope that the song who sings the songs will be alive in the end, right?
Well,
Will
it is.
this, will the ending of this tale have you finding true love's kiss? Or will it end in heartbreak?
I would like to remain optimistic.
We'll see. Now, let me focus my light towards this half elf. Hello, Silvas. How are you?
I'm a wood elf.
Oh yeah, you are a wood elf. I forgot. You're real. You're a real elf.
Yeah. Bye.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna put it this in because you know what? Are you really the person that you are? No, I'm going to show you my card. Wait, just a moment. Okay, I will give you your card. This is your card. The illusionist. You, one of whom is a big deceiver, Silvus. You're still not deserving of the title that you carry, young man. And now you enter this forsaken land because you have something to prove. What you try to prove is yourself, boy. What you're afraid is but yourself. Now you need to open yourself up. You're not gonna say anything.
Nag-stare ako sa inyo.
Okay. She looks at you. You need to focus. And now she gazes towards Tanuki. Tanuki, you're a very handsome boy. You have ventured for so many tombs and catacombs. Aren't you here for selfish means? Is the life eternal that you have been seeking really in this realm? Now I will show you your card. The beast.
What does it mean?
You know what, Tanuki? You are a beast. It's very fitting. The Thorn Prince isn't interested in making heirs to the likes of someone like you. Someone mangy. Someone dirty. What I do know is that he despises you and your kind. Because you, yourself, have potential. A potential that you need to unlock. And now, let me tell you another reading. The more important reading of the night. Now that I've read your fortune, I'm going to tell you, kindly shuffle. I'm not going to lose this anymore. So now I'm going to tell you about the fate of your party. Now that you unlikely adventurers have stayed together, I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the next few days and ways in order to succeed this. Okay, I will lay down 5 cards. 2, 3, 5. Can you see it on screen? Okay, Professor, the first card that you're about to flip, this card tells the history. Knowledge on the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Kindly open the left card and tell me what it says. Rogue? The rogue. Wait, let me think. Let me focus on my crystal ball for now.
Hindi na to, kaya wala tayo rogue.
The rogue. I see a nest of ravens. There you will find the prize. Now kindly open the second card nearest to you. Nearest there. And tell me what it says. The Elementalist. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The Elementalist. The treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber giants. Kindly open the third card. Yes. That card.
Conjurer.
This card is of power and strength. It tells you of a weapon of vengeance. This is a sword of sunlight. I see! Ah, I see! I see a dead village drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world. Now kindly open the lowest.
Mists.
Mists. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in this battle of darkness. You need to find this person. He or she will help you defeat the darkness. Ah! Oh my god! I see a Vistana. She wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at St. Markovia Abbey, near the mists. And then the last, final card. This card is the most important card of all. Oh, innocent. Innocent? Innocent. This card, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose power is beyond immortality. This card will lead you to him. He dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom. A brother of light snuffed out too soon. And then Madame Eva, she suddenly falls down and loses consciousness. And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight. Since it's already 11:30 and sleepy na si Michael. But yeah, so that's where we're going to end our session. We will end with Madame Eva. So yeah.
Great game, Carl.
So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for this game. I'm not really prepared. How was it? How do you find your card readings?
Kayo.
9 or drop.
Okay, so again, ang mga card na inyo nakuha, si RB is Marionette, Philanthropist,
Broken one.
si Hakan Don John, Broken One din si Stacy, Beast si Tanuki, and then Illusionist din si Don John.
Dungeon yan yung tsura.
Pero ang Don John, ano na, murag lost? Galisod bitaw.
Don John kay movie na siya.
Gibuhat bitaw, ako gibuhat kaya I decided to make murag intros on each of you. And then mag-try na lang din ko connect kung unsa kong maingon. So we're going to end our stream now.
Yay!
And thank you for watching with us. We currently have 100 views in our first video, so I think people watch. I don't know. I do hope they do. But anyway, again, this is a labor of love, Mansa. This is something I wanted to do ever since. I wanted to finish one session of Curse of Strahd, Mansa. So, and yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye. Bye.
Na ako yung mga vicious mockery prepared for Strahd.
Oh, ba?
Ha?
Yo mama jokes.
You're gonna try?